Legendary Edition. So, went to Omega, we got Garrus. We should probably go get more in Solus. That seems like that would be helpful. Morden seems like a cool guy. I wonder if you get the custom outfits. Because it's supposed to have all the DLC. So I wonder if that includes like the outfits and the weapons. I don't know, we're about to see, because I know Garrus has like 2 or 3 of them. Still don't know where my phalanx is. Starting pistol is crap. Okay, so we're good. Zaid. Mercenary veteran. Sure. Let's increase his weapon damage. Custom shot is fun, but it kind of does everything you need to do right away. I do want overload active because that's helpful. I'll start putting some points in Turian Rebel. Vindicator and Mantis, probably fine. Versus, you know, neon pink armor, because why not?
Warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also run searches for reports on Archangel. The various mercenary groups appear to believe that he is dead.
Works for me.
The Human Alliance maintains a majority share of forces.
Oops. Sorry. A little distracted for a minute. Alright. So. What does he have? Oh, hey, there's the map. Okay, so is that like shops? Got it.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
No one in their right mind would pay these prices for salvaged parts.
I know. It's crippling my sales.
Drop your prices and I'll consider buying. Otherwise, I'll keep walking.
You're right. I'll give you whatever you like for the original price. And if this gets back to Harrod, I'll deal with it then.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvaged parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
Why does Harrod control your prices?
Harrod made me swear not to undercut him, no matter what. He was here first, so it's his right. But no one will buy from me when he's so much cheaper. I can't save enough money for a ticket off
He
the
was here
station.
first, so it's right. Or would he try?
I could go
I
talk
mean,
to Harrod for you.
If that's the only reason, then sell.
I
Who
won't
gives a
stop
shit?
you. If you can convince him to lay off, maybe I'll get off this station after all. His shop's up the ramp, near where Marsh sells his goods. Anything you can do will be much appreciated.
I have to go.
Please check with my kiosk to see what I have for sale. And thank you.
That Forge is just absolutely jumping up in the background. It's ridiculous.
Kill anyone today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
No, not too many. You stay away. We kill you.
I don't know a Captain Gavorn. Why would I tell him anything?
Go away. Talk too much. Gavorn's fox get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavorn's tricks. We leave.
Fantastic. The Vorcher is just the best. Alright. What do we got here? Blood Dragon armor? I don't remember if that's any good.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
You might snare a few tourists with these prices, but I'm not giving you a single credit.
Sure, you can find things cheaper if you're willing to risk the black market.
You and I could do business if you'd just charge what this crap is worth.
Fine. I'll give you the uppity human discount. And that's all you're getting.
The uppity human discount. What does Harrow sell? Oh, the black hole gun. That's pretty funny. Permanent armor. Alright.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
I understand you have an arrangement with the Quarian over there.
Suspicious? Of course. A businessman must enter certain agreements in order to stay in business. Accusatory? I don't understand how it is any concern of yours.
If you're worried about competition, why not just buy out his store?
Intrigued? I had not considered that before. My fellow merchants on Omega are not known for being easy to shut down.
A weak, homesick kid like that shouldn't be a problem for a man like you.
Devilishly excited. I have plans to expand. On your advice, I will conquer the Quarian child. Grateful to thank you for your counsel. I offer you a discount at all of my stores.
I have things to do.
Courteously, have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want
Oh, the Black Storm is interesting. I just kind of buy everything most of the time because what's useful is kind of a crapshoot. I don't even know why I got the hack module. It doesn't do anything.
You can use this.
Oh, we're out of money. Damn it! Let's try to get a splash shot. We should have enough for the meta. Somehow we don't have heavy skin wave. Makes me sad. But the GPS should be pretty good. Or I remember the GPS being good, but I don't remember why. Would be the way I would put that. There we go. Let's go have some fun. M96 Matic. Super tempting. I don't know. It depends on where I'm at the point, but it's super tempting to take ARs and use that instead of getting the Claymore when we get to the collector ship. Up to Zaid. The Zaid episode.
Bar out on the front, not like this. Me and some friends got stupid one night. Long story short, tempers flared, followed by pistols. We all got out, except my buddy Narco. Places like this are slaughterhouses, dressed as nightclubs. Shit you not.
I know that they put. If you keep Helena Blake alive, she's actually here in this in Mass Effect 2. But I didn't keep her alive because she's not really that interesting of a character. Let's go grab a drink real quick. Order a drink. Hit me, bartender. It should be fine. Nothing wrong with grabbing a drink, right? Right. Like, grabbing a drink is perfect. Oh, God, no.
I should have warned you, Shepard. I'm sorry.
Wow, I don't think I had Garrus with me, dude.
How much did I drink?
One drink. That's all it takes. Racist Batarian bastard. Looks like you broke the first rule of Omega. Don't order a drink at Afterlife if you're human.
Humans aren't welcome at Afterlife?
It's just that one Batarian bartender. He's got a stick up his ass about a bunch of Batarians that died a while back. No one does a thing about it.
Probably me.
Humans ain't exactly held in high regard around here.
That bartender tried to poison me?
Tried is the word. As far as I know, you're the first human to survive. Me and my friend Jake went there to celebrate our new shipping business. He got real drunk, and an hour later he was puking blood.
I think I'll go give that bartender a taste of his own medicine.
He won't be expecting you, that's for sure. Give that Batarian bastard what he deserves.
I didn't realize if you had Garrus with you that he was like, I should have warned you.
Walking around in this place makes me sick. People still dying. The strong still exploiting the weak. Nothing I did here even made a dent in this.
I mean, you're pretty much right. Yeah. This is the fast way to Afterlife.
Do I know you? No, humans all look the same. Here, have a drink on the house. What? But you drank? You should be dead. Wait, you don't want me to.
Now, drink it.
No, you can't.
Drink it, or I'll blind you one eye at a time.
I love that line.
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers, a Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
What's the Blood Pack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one
Gotta
of
be
her
my favorite
deadliest
one,
enemies
especially when
back
he
in
dips
the old
into
days.
non-fiction.
Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
Why come to me? Arya's usual muscle not up for the job?
Because Arya said so. What other reason do you need?
If Arya wants my help, she better tell me why. I'm not doing this for my health.
Fine. Whatever gets you to take the job. If it gets out that Arya's protecting Patriarch, well, that can look like a weakness. And some people might want to exploit that. You're not on her payroll, so you helping Patriarch just seems like a random act of kindness.
Random act of kindness.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
I'll be back when the job's done.
Good luck.
Like sometimes he dips into non-fiction. Unfair limits on the intergalactic slave trade. Oh, Batarians never change. They were such assholes.
He said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first. Then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Arya's Patriarch. What do you want?
What do you know about Arya?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Arya arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones of my body, and left me alive.
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
Rumor has it some people want you dead. Know anything about that?
Oh, I can think of a few. I know things. Old secrets, old grudges. A few floors you can dig up to find bodies underneath. Someone who wanted to weaken Arya might come after me. They do it to get to her, you see. Not for me. I don't matter enough anymore to have enemies of my own.
So you gotta feel bad for this
Why do
guy.
they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Arya's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Arya wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Arya's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
You allow Arya to protect you like you're her pet? I thought you were a Krogan.
Arya let me live. She gave me a position of honor as her advisor.
She gave you a position of comfort as her trophy. Is that what you want? Or would you rather go down fighting?
I wished she'd killed me the day she beat me. That would have been a glorious death. But perhaps it is not too late to die well. Perhaps these assassins will remember my name. Farewell, human. Thank you.
Find another way to deal with the threat. Hey man, threat dealt with. What do you want from me? Nobody's gonna kill the Patriarch. We're done. Mission accomplished.
Arya wants to speak with you, human. Something about Patriarch taking on a squad of mercs by himself. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
I heard my old friend Patriarch died. Went out in a blaze of glory. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I gave him what you couldn't. A chance to die like a Krogan. That wasn't your decision to make. His life belonged to me. Patriarch was dead for centuries. You know that. How he was? I'd almost forgotten he was a Krogan. You gave him the death he deserved. Do you need something else? This data pad was
Oh, yeah, I
on
forgot
the
about
mercs
this.
going after Archangel. They were coming for you next. Let me see. Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
I'll look into it.
You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours. What's the catch? No catch, I don't need it, and I don't want it to go to waste. Whatever you find is yours to deal with. Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later. You should find a nice young man to keep you warm in the meantime.
Dole, dole, dole. Alright. Alright, let's go to the, let's go recruit more. I think we've done all the stuff we can do right now in Afterlife. And, Omega.
Come on, let me in.
We got all of our nice store discounts. We're also basically broke.
Perfect mates. Choose from among hundreds of potential relationships ranging from the demure to the deranged, the kind to the kinky.
End. End is not.
Planning is pointless, human. I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague
Camera
or the
keeps
Blue
panning
Suns
through
kill
Garrus, and I
everyone.
can't tell why.
Then go in and clean up.
Take a good long look at me. Do I look like a looter?
No.
That's right. Now I'm going in. If I find looters, I'll kill them. Anybody gets in my way, I'll kill them too.
I'll call the guards. They'll let you in with no trouble.
Wait, you're stopping me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
You don't have a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
A quarantine zone for a plague that kills Turians. Why don't we ever go anywhere nice?
This mission's important. I need you
love
to come
it.
along, even if it's dangerous.
It's your call, Shepard. If you need me, I'm not going to let a cough keep me back.
Why don't we ever go anywhere nice? Thank you, Garrus. Like, Garrus actually has a sense of humor in Mass Effect 2. In Mass Effect 1, he really doesn't. Like, his personality is much more developed. Can we cycle? Yeah, we can cycle appearances. Alright, cool. I don't think... I do not remember that outfit at all. Alright. Alright, so let's go Zaid. Garrus. We're definitely going to change our weapon loadout. Let's try the GPS out. Oh god. We're probably not going to use that at all. Matic. I can't remember if squad members are better with the Matic or the Vindicator. I'll try Matic, but I actually think they're both better with snipers, if I'm being honest. Alright, so we're gonna map Shockwave to the L bumper. There you go. If memory serves, Shockwave actually has a decent knockdown effect. Also hits a pretty large area, so hopefully that'll help. Yeah. God.
Don't shoot. They're cleared to come in.
Oh yeah, you can actually like fight your way through this. I didn't realize that until I was just like, I went through a playthrough and that somehow happened. But like, yeah, you can fight your way through this little blockade here. It's not really that interesting of a fight, but...
Good luck in there. Blue Suns and Orchard shooting anything that moves.
That was...
They've seen us. No!
I need shields. Yeah, so you need to get the
Over years,
enemy...
I've grown used to the smell of burning bodies.
Why don't you both use
Probably
switch
a bad
snipers?
sign.
Plague control at its most basic. Pile the bodies in the street and burn them.
Human.
Yeah, so the GPS you need to get within range, and then it will lock on and track, I believe.
Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your feigned pity is the final insult.
Humans didn't create this plague.
Lies drip from your mouth like the blood from my sores. The proof is there for all to see. Your species is the only one that does not succumb to the virus. Yours and the wretched Vorcha.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burn Morden and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it. Damn you.
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
Yeah, like, the only reason I'm doing this is because, like, leaving him to die just kind of feels bad. I don't know. Like, there's a few moments like that in this game where just not taking Paragon just feels unreasonably...
Why?
Told you. I'm looking for somebody.
Like, not taking the Paragon feels like unreasonably evil.
Not. What do you wish to know?
When I find Morden, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I don't want to die. Whatever Morden is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
What makes Morden worse than dying from the plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
I should go.
Goodbye, you.
Jesus. Yeah, I kind of forgot how much, like, Morden is a sociopath flavor text there is. Guess you kind of have to be to work in SCG, but, like, man. Credits. Grab some power cells. Oh god. Boat. Battery. C goes all the way down here. Okay.
Tried to claw his way out. Can't say I wouldn't do the same.
There's a lot of coughing. I don't really care that much about those logs. There's an excessive amount of coughing in the audio, considering that I can't actually see anybody.
Is it hot in here, or is it just... Oh, that's not good.
It's fine. You'll be fine. See, battery... There we go, bridge, and C. Alright, good. There's so much coughing.
The Blue Suns came by this morning and did something to my door. Now it won't open. Turned out the circuits, maybe. They said they were trying to control the spread of the plague. But I'm not even infected.
Damn Turians. But like legit, I don't know where all this coughing is coming from. Because like there's nobody here.
Heads up.
Oh, yeah. There is some tracking on this round. I can't remember like how much. I do remember GPS is like one of the better shotguns in 3, or at least it was for like a little bit.
This should slow him down.
Get down!
This weapon is awful.
This'll put him down!
My shotgun is better.
Anyone else want some?
Man. Aren't there additional ammo mods? I think there are.
We can use this.
And God, do we need them. So we are burning through ammo like a boss.
Scoped and dropped.
Nice shooting. Oh wow, he just dropped him. God.
Can't target them!
Oh wow, there's a lot more than I thought there would be over there.
Get down! Who's next?
Stay down.
This'll put him down!
Well, nothing to worry about.
Damn, that was nice shooting, Garrus.
The Blue Suns have lost a lot of ground. I wonder how much longer they can hold out.
Oh yeah, there's some ammo. Hey, what a fool. It's like reloads without you. Doo -doo 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 -doo. Oh, I completely forgot something. Let's go back a section. No, this is. Oh, this is it.
Hey, what did I say? We found this stuff. It's ours.
Ah, forget it. Nothing but junk in here. This place is worse than the last one.
What are you doing in this apartment? Did you kill that Turian?
What, the guy on the floor? Nah, the plague took care of him. We're just here to take a full accounting of all his worldly possessions.
I don't like looters.
That's pretty low.
What's the big deal? It's not like they're gonna miss anything. We're just showing a little entrepreneurial spirit.
Commander Shepard
Plague
of
doesn't
all
affect
people
humans,
saying they
so
don't
we
like
might as well
looters is
cash in.
ridiculous.
Besides, if we don't take this stuff, the Vorcha or Blue Suns will. Better us than them, right?
No more looting.
Oh, what? You gonna shoot us?
I've killed people for less.
I don't think she's kidding, man.
Whoa, hold on a minute. Nobody needs to shoot nobody. We're stopping, okay? We just wanted to make a quick buck. It ain't worth getting killed over. We're done. Seriously, I swear.
We need to get going.
Yeah, sure. We'll just stay here for a while. Get some rest.
Don't worry, you made your point. We ain't gonna steal nothing.
He ain't gonna steal nothing. Yeah, but I did completely forget to do something. Why do I think Commander Shepard of all people is like, man, I don't like looting? It's like, really? Is that like actually how you feel? Because objectively looking at your history, you're pretty cool with it. Wait, what? What the hell? Oh, that's not the right way. This is the right way. Just like running around like an idiot. Oh, we can't go back there. Oh. No, the door closed on you. Oh well. The mantling in this game always looks like really awkward. Like it has to like, I'm not sure if you notice it, but it has to like teleport Shepard forward slightly to go over some of the obstacles. Or like, I don't know, like, he kind of stretches the character model and slides it over the obstacle. It's weird.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
I mean, I'm pretty okay dealing with those mechs.
That's all of them.
Professor, we're running low on Suboxone. Use Melanorin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes crash materials. Supplement with butemerol. Malandarin and butemerol. Got it. Sedative with catalyst. That's the mass produced. Why not Hemlicore? Too unstable. Inconsistent results. Demazine better option. No, no, no. Demazine toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
Professor Morden Solus?
Turian physiology. Resilient with simple immunobooster. Should be fine now. Now to greetings. Human. Curious. Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No, no, no. Too many guns.
For the love of God, take a breath. I came here to find you, okay? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm on a critical mission, and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No, 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 no. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
Cerberus.
Ever heard of an organization called Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Turian involvement surprising. Racial tension with humans. Unlikely to help a human-centric organization.
This mission reaches far beyond mere human interests, Professor. We all have to work together to take down the Collectors.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop Plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
Just once I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now. No strings attached.
Life is a negotiation. We all want. We all give to get what we want.
Morden is such a great character.
That wasn't a good noise.
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before District suffocates. Here, take Plague Cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims. Hasn't come back.
A doctor doesn't have much chance against a Vorcha horde. You shouldn't have sent him.
Stubborn. Told him not to go. Odds of survival low. But he's smart, careful, bright future. I hope.
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
What can you tell me about this plague?
Advanced
Vorcha
design.
are like the
Suspected
only
collective
species
liquid
less redeemable than
Purpose is experimental.
Batarians.
Destroys respiratory systems with harmful genetic mutations.
Because they're just all
Makes sense
psychopaths
to
for some
avoid humans.
reason.
Unnecessary to force mutation on human genetic structure for sake of variance.
Unnecessary mutations? What are you talking about?
Possible goal of virus. Testing viable mutation levels in various species. Horrific, but feasible for collectors. Humans known to have diverse genetic background, wider range than other sapient races. Makes sense as control group.
What do you know about the Vorcha?
Cowardly, opportunistic scavengers. Not tactical or aggressive. Scale of attack unusual for them. Suspect Vorcha working for collectors. Distributing plague, collecting data. No proof, but theory fits evidence.
Any idea where I can find Daniel?
No. Heard infected Batarians trapped behind Vorcha lines. Daniel went to help. Warned him not to go. Too dangerous. Patients here need him. Stuck out anyway. Wanted to find him myself. Can't leave the clinic. Have to look after the patients.
Have you had any trouble at the clinic?
Nothing major. Blue Suns came for humans, made threats, killed them before things escalated.
For a doctor, you're awfully calm about taking out a group of mercs.
Wasn't always a doctor. Some work with Solarian Special Tasks Group. Can handle myself. Advantage of being Solarian. Turians, Krogan, Vorcha, all obvious threats. Never see me coming.
Let's head to the environmental
Never see me coming.
Yes, good. Restore power. Release, cure. We'll be here when you return.
Does it automatically switch your weapons? It does. That seems fine.
On our way here, we saw humans losing their purpose for death. It made me sick.
Alright, well, let's switch to the Carnifex. Other than its slow rate of fire and its tiny ass magazine, I actually do like the Carnifex. That was not the button I needed to push.
Lock the shields.
Yeah, you need to get the targeting reticle before it'll crack. That's a nice concussion shot.
Krogan incoming.
That is indeed a Krogan. And we couldn't get the charge off before he shot us. Ah. A little bit too close. There are actually more Vorcha there than I remembered. That was the problem. Because I thought we were like on the last ones, and I realized there was like 2 more that we didn't have a good answer to. We are definitely going to die more in this playthrough than we did in the last ME1 playthrough. What the fuck? That was weird. It's just like... It's like giant camera pan on Garrus. It's like, hey... How's it going, buddy? What the hell is this? I'm glad it doesn't turn off your ammo power when you switch.
Clear the blast zone. Heads up.
Okay, they're okay with the Maddox, but I really want them to use the snipers. Those were not hits. Wow, none of those hit. Damn sniper. I have never heard him say that.
Can't get on.
Oh hey, it burned my cooldown and didn't biotic recharge. Amazing. You're like all tactical.
Hell of a shot.
Taking heavy fire!
Yeah.
Can't
reach the target.
Custom shot ready.
Yeah, you. Like, concussive shot ready. Oh, get this. Ah, you're in trouble.
Get out, now. That only...
It can kind of go through walls, but it's really inconsistent. Oh, man, we're out of ammo with everything. Oh, joy.
Sit down!
There we go.
Thank you. Oh my god, there's another one. Alright, thanks to that sniper support. Alright. You guys are doing way more work than I am, because all of my weapons suck and are out of ammo. And my powers are not the most useful. Just gonna put that one out there. Swear to god, as soon as I get a spec power, that doesn't suck ass for using it. Well, like, there's ammo around here, right? Because we are, like, out. There we go. Alright. I like card effects, but god, does it not have enough ammo. GPS is kind of the same way. But, like, I believe there are upgrades that's, like, spare shotgun ammo, so... Hack a bank terminal. I don't like looters. Like, sure you don't, Shepard. Those dirty looters stealing money from people who are plague victims. Commander Shepard, I was on that colony. Ah, then you're welcome. Like, well, no, I just wanted to tell you that I thought it was weird that my bank account was empty. Oh, well, that's the rescuing fee. It's pretty standard.
I'm telling you the truth. I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
Plague virus?
Those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we kill your friend.
Pull that trigger and you're breathing through a new hole in your head. Let him go and you walk away.
Oh, God.
You must think Batarians are stupid. What's to
I
stop
mean,
you from
you
killing
are
us?
stupid,
Let
but...
him go.
Let him live, I let you leave. Kill him, I do the same to you.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Coming from a Batarian, kiss my ass.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna kill me. Did Morden send you to find me?
It's too dangerous out here. Go help the professor tend to his patients.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you... well, everything.
Alright. Yeah, the GPS is good, but god do we need... We, like, really need shotgun ammo.
Shields have failed.
Can't target them!
put him down.
These are not the best possible melee attacks. Oh god. This section is gonna be absolutely awful, isn't it? It's like we don't have any good way to close this distance. And the Predator pistol is not accurate. Really, this pistol is not accurate at all. He's out. Okay. Managed to resolve that with a whole 2 rounds left. Yeah, we can't see shit. Like, we can't do anything about that engagement.
This'll put him down. That was
we need so many upgrades and a better pistol. Maybe a better shotgun? At a very minimum, more shotgun ammo. More damage would also help. There's a bunch of things we need. Oh wow! I didn't think there was one right here. Alright.
Lost
Ow.
shields.
Oh wow. There was apparently one literally right next to me. I'm not used to, like, I don't know. This AI seems a little more aggressive than I remember at times. Or maybe I'm just like, maybe it's the fact that I'm having to use a shotgun.
Scratch one! This should punch through their armor.
Okay, switch.
Got it.
Switch up.
Alright. So if I had to map my deaths so far, like, pretty much all of them are coming from, like, a poor awareness of my surroundings. And a lot of that is also coming from the array of weapons and powers this class has, which are kind of restrictive. That was like a kill shot. Kind of. Okay. Let's see who's that.
Hell of a shot.
Okay. God, the powers on this class are so limited. That was interesting.
Shotgun, nice.
Really?
Heads up! He's charging!
So am I! That is probably not the ideal way to handle a fighter. But it worked. Okay. Yeah, that's... Alright. Alright, so we have full ammo. Let's head on. Krogan charging! So am I! Those are some weird noises.
I think we're close. We need to inject the cure, then get the fans working again.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
I've had enough of this.
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first. Ah.
Lock and load.
This is such an insane...
Firing an impact shot.
I love this rifle.
That one.
Shepard, I've scanned the room. The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitiate.
There's the cure. Now let's get those fans turned on.
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
This was probably a mistake. Doesn't really matter which way we go first.
Firing an impact shot.
There we go.
Blow!
Let's get a bit of ammo on that little run. So it's fun.
First van is on. Let's hit the second, and then we can get the hell off of Omega.
Oh.
Firing a high-impact shot.
Snipe that one.
Thank you, Aris. Bad. Fortunately, there's a lot of ammo on the ground. We're just trading shotgun blows with each other. Seems fine. Let's just sit here and shoot each other with shotguns. I'm like, I think mine's a little more effective at a distance than yours. Oh, that's a pyro. I don't remember there being this many boomers up here.
This should slow him down.
Good shooting, Garrus, as always.
There we go.
Krogan charging? You mean Shepard charging?
Can't target them!
There we go. Everyone in the district will be inhaling the cure shortly.
Inhaling the cure shortly. I don't know why, but that statement just sounds weird.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I was tempted for a minute, but in the end I figured they didn't deserve to die.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said. Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorcha are gone.
I honored my part of the bargain, Professor. Now you need to do the same.
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
We're heading out. See you in the Normandy.
So now's the question of like what I should even bother investing in at this point. Because in terms of powers, there really isn't a whole lot going on. Like,
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor.
the issue is that we have
It's an honor to have
Shockwave
you on board.
Yes,
that are
very
both useless if the enemy has
Cerberus
any
working with
defenses.
aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man
Charge,
branching
which
out
is also
things.
situational.
Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Problematic.
Solarians specialize in secret agendas. I'd expect you to understand Cerberus looking out for human interests.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of Terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all, except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas. Drug.
You don't have to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the Collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. We're going to need a lab.
There is a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
You're not here to study our AI. We need to figure out how the Collectors abducted those colonists so we can counteract their weapons.
Understood. Analyze samples, neutralize Collector attack. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
Okay, so... Oh man, all of this research is unlocked.
Command... Morden's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very
Hamster
productive
on
member of the
coffee?
team. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
It's always nice chatting with you.
Hamster on coffee. Huh. You can heal your facial scars. What if I don't want to heal my facial scars? Alright, weapon upgrades. Metagel, attack damage, don't really care about either of those prototypes. Wait, Cerberus assault armor is something you research now? Weird. And it uses palladium. Yeah, no chance of that. Ammo capacity, shield, and health by 10%. That is not much. Collector chitin armor. Oh man. Regeneration, storm speed, health. That is not very good. Inferno armor, negotiation bonus, tech and biotic damage, storm speed. Ah, the eviscerator shotgun. I do want to check that out. I remember it being good. The avalanche. Scientist. I don't remember the collector rifle being particularly good, and I can't use assault rifles. I do want to check out the eviscerator. Alright. Let's go to the crew quarters. Let's poke around a little. Do. I don't remember that.
She's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, the family lives in New Canton.
No, that colony's on the edge of the frontier.
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm the captain.
Chef surprise again?
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Mess Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud.
Through the cracks.
Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help. Be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Cerberus has an eye for talent, and they pick up him. I don't really think that's accurate.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have the Cerberus crewmen given you any trouble?
I think being part of the team that took down Saren got me some points. Everyone I talked to was polite anyway. Don't worry, Commander. We're all working together.
Have you got a minute?
Sure. Just checking the weapon systems. You can never be too careful. I thought I'd seen every weapon in the galaxy in our fight against Saren. Mercenary work showed me otherwise. And now Cerberus rebuilds the Normandy with a few upgrades to boot. I wish we'd joined up with them sooner.
I'm pleased to see that you're getting along with the new crew.
They're as friendly to me as people from a group like Cerberus can be. And they've got you vouching for them. I can't exactly doubt your judgment. Not after I got my own squad killed.
What did your merc squad do? Didn't sound like you were available for hire.
You saw Omega. It was full of thugs kicking the helpless. I formed my team to kick back. We weren't mercenaries. At least nobody was paying us. We made money by taking down slavers, pirates, or gangs that went too far.
Doesn't sound like you made any friends with the gangs.
I got 3 separate merc bands to work together to take me down. My manager at CSEC would be impressed. It was simple. We'd hit their shipments, disrupt activities, get under their skin, make them angry. They'd come charging right into our well-prepared kill zone, crossfire and snipers, clean and surgical. They never stood a chance.
How'd you end up fighting mercenaries here on Omega?
I trained to become a Spectre after the
Here on
Normandy was
Omega?
destroyed, but it didn't work out. Too much politicking at the Citadel. Nobody was willing to take risks. Omega was filled with criminals nobody else could touch. And there was no red tape to slow me down. It was a perfect fit. People here needed someone to believe in. Someone to stand up to the local
Here?
thugs.
That is weird.
That explains how you started. How'd you end up with a squad?
Was this supposed to
Not
take
too
place
different
somewhere
from how
else?
You formed your squad to fight Saren, actually. You prove that you get things done, and people join up. Mercs who wanted to atone. Security consultants tired of playing by the rules. I gave them hope. And now they're dead. Shows what I know.
Tell me about your squad.
There were 12 of us, including me. Former military operatives, CSEC agents, the usual. Had a Solarian explosives expert. Pretty sure he'd spent time in the Special Tasks Group. My tech expert was a Batarian, believe it or not. Not the friendliest guy, but he could hack any system ever built.
How did those mercenary gangs take down your team?
It was my own damn fault. One of my people betrayed me. A Turian named Sidonis. He drew me away just before the Mercs attacked my squad. Then he disappeared. Everyone except me is dead because of him. And because I didn't see it coming.
I'm not sure I understand. What happened exactly?
Sidonis asked for my help on a job. When I got to the meeting point, nobody was there. By the time I got back to our hideout, the Mercs had killed all but 2 of my squad. And they didn't last long.
You sure it was a betrayal? Maybe they took Sidonis out first.
No. I put out feelers with some old contacts. He booked transport off Omega just before the attack. He also cleared out his private accounts before he left. He sold me out and ran.
Do you know where Sidonis is now?
No. His trail vanishes after he leaves Omega, but I'll keep hunting. I lost my whole team except for Sidonis. One day I'll find him and correct that. Thanks for coming by, Shepard. I've got some things to take care of.
Some calibrations.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Oh, actually...
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Advanced mineral scanner, that actually does help a lot.
Whenever you have the time and resources, let me know.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't
So
as
that's
evil as most
interesting.
people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy.
So if
to
you
do so.
switch outfits,
So,
apparently it does it...
What would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus'
Like, the fact that it
long-term
switches
goal?
outfits on the ship
The
is definitely
advancement of
new.
the human race. Nothing more,
Previously,
nothing
that
less.
was not
The
the way at
Solarians
all.
have the special
Like,
tasks
Miranda would have the same
the
outfit no
Asari
matter
have
what
their
you took her out
legendary
for a
commandos
mission.
for stealth and recon operations.
Unless I'm just really on
Cerberus is
drugs.
humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the elusive man to make the right decisions. But he's very
Privately
clear about
funded.
our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific. But we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Did they cut out all the ass shots? That's disappointing.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
I really need to get a useful spec power because my current flashbang power is basically useless. So I don't think there's anything else going on here. It's like, you get flashbang, and I'm like, great. That is exactly the least useful spec power I could have gotten. Possibly. Not like 100% on that, but I think it's pretty close. Yeah. Technically Zaid's over there, but he didn't really do anything.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. You two think this is all a joke?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, no, ma'am.
Won't happen again, ma'am.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political
Perugia.
clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
The daddy bags.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
Told you she would.
Yeah, I think it's weird that like your crew has like the alternate outfits on, like on board the ship. That definitely wasn't a thing before, unless I'm like really missing something. I'm gonna screw around with the armor design real quick. Just for no real particular reason. There we go. Yeah, that works. What does this do? Headshot damage. Weapon damage. Delay before shields recharge. 2 headshot damage. Chest plate. Delay before shields recharge. That's not really that useful. Power damage. Sure. That's not really that useful either. Like, all of these are useful. What the hell are these? I don't even remember these. Storm Seed. Yeah, sure. Here. What the hell is Blood Dragon armor? Power damage and shield strength. Terminus armor. Storm shields. All weapons reserve ammo by 10%. Eh. That is the trick to the fish, though. It's right before you recruit Samara. Right before you recruit Samara on Ilium, make sure to grab some fish. Because once you recruit Samara, that's when you take What's-Her-Face. That's when you can take Kelly Chambers up to your room.
I bumped into Zaid recently. Quite the character. Given how much violence and destruction that man's seen, he's surprisingly well adjusted. Still, I wouldn't want to be alone with him.
Is he well adjusted?
Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
Take care.
Most of these are not really useful, are they? I don't have enough for the ship enhancements. Actually, need projects. Yep.
Shepard, how can I help?
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Products. This is like Morden's Omni tool, which is... It uses Element 0, which is used for like nothing
Shepard,
else.
how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
It's also a
Of
pretty good
course.
upgrade.
Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
That's sad.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well, safe and secure, neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under young captain named Kirahi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirahi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Why would STG
Hold
study
the
the
line.
genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for a high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
I find Morden to be like a pretty useful squad member, actually.
No messages for you, Commander.
Oh yeah, check out Joker. I always forget to talk to Joker. He's like on the other side of the ship for me the whole time.
Hadley, I heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson are on it. We'll get your brother back. Make sure the collectors pay for taking him.
Commander.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Well, it seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I believe I like the old Garrus better. Zaid is like you, but takes checks. As long as it's not my money, we're good. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but Back then, it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. And the rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I don't have time to babysit you, Joker. Find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, reasoning with the intercom is not my strong point.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks, I'll remember this.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
There's an excessive amount of space on this vessel. I mean, actual warships are like fractions of this space. Alright. Where do we go next? The Convict, the Warlord, the Master Thief. Let's go check out the Convict. There's not really that much reason to explore until after you get to like the second stage, effectively, Horizon. So. I actually really like this combo because Mordin has super useful powers. Assault mastery. Yeah, I'll start doing that. Yeah, it's like there's not that much to really invest in this class. And yeah, we're gonna max out Clarion Scientist. Garrus is good. All right. Carnifex Hand Cannon Shuriken, yeah, that's probably the best we're gonna get. But it definitely feels like they fixed weapon damage for party mates in general. Because, like, party members' weapons used to be absolutely useless in the original ME2.
Welcome to the Purgatory, Shepard. Your package is being prepped and you can claim it shortly. As this is a high-security vessel, you'll need to relinquish your weapons before we proceed.
Heck, go to hell.
Relinquish one bullet. Where do you want it?
Everyone stand down. Commander, I'm Warden Kirill, and this is my ship. Your weapons will be returned on the way out. You must realize this is just a standard procedure.
I'm not surrendering my gun. Period.
Let them proceed. Our facility is more than secure enough to handle 3 armed guests. We're bringing Jack out of cryo. As soon as the funds clear, you can be on your way. If you'll follow me to out-processing for the pickup, Commander.
Let's go.
I'm trying to remember what a useful spec power is, but there really aren't any.
Cell block 2.
Okay.
As you can
There's
see,
one. It's Reeve, but like you only get that from Morgan. Or no, you get that from Samara. I'm thinking of Dominate. Dominate is what you get from Morgan. And that's actually really good.
Each prisoner's cell is a self-contained modular unit.
Shield boost is also pretty good
from
from
the
Legion.
airlocks as an example. The ship is made up of 30 cell blocks identical to this one. We house thousands of criminals. We can put the whole place in lockdown on a moment's notice. Nothing goes wrong here.
Can you tell me about Jack?
Cerberus hasn't told you? Jack is the meanest handful of violence and hate I've ever encountered. Dangerous, crazy, and very powerful. You'll see soon enough.
How'd you end up running this ship?
I was in law enforcement on Palaven, and got sick of seeing criminals escape out into the galaxy to carry on with their crimes. Bounty hunters aren't dependable. Eventually, I hit upon this idea. Keep the criminals in space, and the galaxy is a safer place.
You do this because you think it's necessary?
Every day I see the worst sapient life has to offer. Governments are soft, unwilling to make the hard choices. Someone had to stand up and make the galaxy safe.
Maintaining a population this size in space can't be cheap.
We can cut corners that governments can't, and each prisoner brings in a fee from his homeworld. These individuals are violent, and their home planets pay well to keep them here.
What happens if the homeworld doesn't want to pay?
We explain that we can't maintain the prisoner without their help, so we'll be forced to release him back onto his homeworld at an unspecified place and time.
So it's an extortion racket.
You don't have to agree with my methods, but don't question my motives. These are despicable people, and I'm keeping them locked up.
Let's get on with this.
Suppose escape attempts are minimal in number.
We're in space. They have nowhere to go, and they know it. But still, we exercise extreme caution. These are dangerous individuals. We have many ways to control the population. I'm going to confirm that the funds from Cerberus cleared. Out-processing is straight down this hallway. Just keep going past the interrogation rooms and the Supermax wing. I'll catch up with you later, Shepard.
The Supermax wing.
Is there something I can do for you?
Whatever he did, he probably deserves worse.
He certainly does.
Hey, if you're buying prisoners, can you buy me? Man, I don't care where you take me or what you do to me. You gotta be better than this.
We're here for
What
Jack.
you do to me.
Jack? Forget what I just said. I don't want to go nowhere with you.
Tell me more about Jack.
The worst trouble you ever saw. Mixed with some crazy and way too much biotic power. That's all I'm saying.
Why are they interrogating that prisoner? He knows something?
Nah, that's Bimmy. He don't know nothing. He offed someone in the showers yesterday, I think. Guy he killed was worth a lot to the warden. Yeah, sucks to be Bimmy right now.
They're going at it pretty hard. Do they ever kill prisoners by accident?
Haven't heard of anyone dying. Warden can't make money off us if we're dead. Funny thing, though. The more a guard does it, the meaner he gets. So they rotate him through.
I thought this ship was a prison, not a market.
Sometimes people buy cons so they can do some punishing of their own, if you understand. Warden sells us to whoever can pay enough.
So, what are you in for?
I killed a few people. Only about 20 or so. And I blew up that one habitat. Small time compared to most of the guys here.
What's it like here?
Bad. And you gotta watch out. Damn, but someone's always after your stuff. Your smokes, clothes, your pride. I haven't taken a shower in 3 months.
I should go.
Wish I could go.
I hear the screaming in my head.
They killed 20 people, blew up a habitat. That's pretty much it. It's like, Jesus.
Out processing's through the door on the far side of the room.
My apologies, Shepard. You're more valuable as a prisoner than a customer. Drop your weapons and proceed into this open cell. You will not be harmed.
You talked up your noble intentions with this prison, but it turns out you're a criminal like the rest.
Activate systems.
Incoming.
Oh, can't get up.
Okay, that was all here.
Need to retrieve Jack from cryo.
try to like this better than a GPS. I mean, it's fine for close range damage, but...
Can't target them!
Not difficult.
Change weapons. Taking heavy fire! Can't reach the target.
Shepard is on the loose. Shepard is down here.
Headed for combat.
Melee attacks look really shitty. He's like elbowing them.
Shepard, if you hack that control, every door on the cell block opens.
However, required if we want to get Jack out of stasis.
I'm doing it. Be ready.
That's Jack? We have to get down there.
Warning. Warning.
They're attacking Jack.
Hey, she killed a bunch of mechs. Clearly, when I have her on my team, she could do that.
Interesting.
Oh, wait.
All guards, restore order.
Womp
Lethal force
womp.
authorized, but don't kill Jack. Tex, lockdown, lockdown.
Sector 7, 9, and
Who's
11
paying
have
for
lost life
Jack,
support.
if not
No
Cerberus?
survivors.
All prisoners. Now immediately open every door on this ship.
Can't get a lock!
Power plant damage has led to overload. Core system failure imminent.
Why can't I see this thing's health bar? Alright, for some reason I can't... There it is. Apparently that was a headshot. Weird.
The warden has locked down the area behind you. You must find another exit route.
Normally the headshots on those things are more dramatic. Like, I distinctly remember the headshot was like a nuclear explosion. Like, it was goddamn massive. And you could have the headshot from one mech kill another mech, which was hilarious.
This guard got swarmed by prisoners with improvised weapons. He never had a chance.
Shows you what kind of people these prisoners are. I don't agree with everything they do here, but it's in the galaxy's best interests. This guard kept maniacs away from innocent people.
Prisoners helpless. guard had power. Perhaps he used it. Violence here could be retribution.
Not in love with the Eviscerator. I mean, it seems better than the starting shotgun.
Can't reach
In sectors 12, 14, and 30. No survivors.
No shields!
One less to worry about.
Who are you getting shot at by? Oh.
Can't target them! Can't get a lock!
Hey, we actually see it. That's the explosion. Yeah, that blast radius is absolutely massive. And I promise you it will kill you if you have line of effect to it.
Can't target them!
Look out!
I'm super low on ammo. Good shooting, Garrus. There's one of them like right next to me. Alright, we're good. That's why we make a good team, Garrus. Because I just run at them and you're good with a sniper rifle. Actually, none of that makes sense, but whatever. Close enough.
All guards to cell block 1.
No, we're at CC, where's battery. Bridge. Alright, good. Might as well rob the place on my way out. I don't like looters. Oh, he's got a Revenant. How I'm envious.
You're valuable, Shepard.
Revenant is legitimately the best weapon in this game. That thing is amazing.
But you're too much trouble. At least I can recapture Jack.
Not happening. You're a two-bit slave trader and I don't have time for it.
I do the hard things civil governments are unwilling to. This is for the good of the galaxy.
Where are they? Alright, there. I keep thinking you're a blue sun, Scaris. That's racist.
Enemies on our right!
There we go. Paying attention to it. Unfortunately, you can't like biotically charge this asshole. I can't keep that corner for some reason. Love the way it does things like that. Here's an enemy you can't biotically charge. Thanks, game. It's an amazing boss fight. Can any of my biotics work on him? I don't know. If you get him down to just his health bar. Thanks, game. At that point, he's basically already dead.
What the hell do you want? I just saved your ass.
He was already dead. He just didn't know it. Now, what the hell do you want?
My name is Shepard, and I'm here to get you off this ship.
I'm not going anywhere with you. You're Cerberus.
I'm offering to be your friend. You don't want to be my enemy.
Shepard's combat ability impressive. Determination equally impressive. Enemies don't last long.
You show up in a Cerberus frigate to take me away somewhere? You think I'm stupid?
This ship is going
Yes.
down in flames. I've got the only way out. I'm offering to take you with me, and you're arguing.
We could knock her out and take her.
I'd like to see you try.
It might just come to that.
You'll have to kill me. Look, you want me to come with you? Make it worth my while.
Tell me what you're thinking.
I bet your ship's got lots of Cerberus databases. I want to look at those files, see what Cerberus has got on me. You want me on your team? Let me go through those databases.
I'll give you full access.
You better be straight up with me. So why the hell are we standing here?
Move out.
Successfully recruit the convict. It's like, eh. Those are the kind of achievements I really don't care about. It's like achievement just for general gameplay, like you don't have to do anything special.
Welcome to the Normandy, Jack. I'm Miranda, Shepard's second in command. On this ship, we follow orders.
Tell the Cerberus cheerleader to back off, Shepard. I'm here because of our deal.
Get settled in and I'll give you access soon.
Right.
Might want to hurry on that. You know the damage I can do inside a frigate?
Do I need to put her in the holding cells? Just to be safe?
Yeah. No thanks,
You have
precious.
holding cells?
I'll find my own place. Somewhere near the bottom. I don't like through traffic. Don't keep me waiting, Shepard.
But for reals, do we have holding cells? Asking for a friend. Do we have shotgun damage? What do we need? Hey, let's do some shotgun damage. Shotgun damage is always good.
Jack's tattoos are beautiful. As colorful as her past, I'm sure. I have concerns with her temper, though.
You have worries about Jack?
I know she'll be solid under fire, but her attitude suggests deep personal issues. She pushes people away, yet approaches sex casually. I don't think she understands her own motivations. Just be careful when talking about personal matters.
I'll do my best not to piss her off.
Please warn me if you fail. I want a chance to hide. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
It's always nice. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Oh, yeah. 10th Street Reds. Daniel. Alright. Well, it seems like a good session one. Do a quick upgrade. Let's go through Assault Mastery. God, there really is not much to this class. It's like Biotic Charge or GTFO. It's like pull is not really all that useful. Shockwave, marginally more useful. Incendiary ammo is like actually half decent. But like you don't need incendiary and cryo ammo, that's just redundant. There is not much to this class. Anyway, that'll do us for tonight, and have a nice evening.